Hi everyone, McBride Final 1-2 here, and today I'm going to be bringing a kind of like just a review of the in fact not this is the Panzerjager I. This is tier 2 German tank destroyer, so if you're planning on grinding the German tank destroyer line, then this is the first tank destroyer you're going to get. I quite like it. You know, obviously there are more powerful tank destroyers in other lines, such as the T-18, which really is a bit of a beast, but I'm just going to be focusing on the Panzerjager I. Now, I'll give a bit of history first, because I presume that's what to do. So, Panzerjager first means tank, Panzer, tank, Jaeger, hunter, so it's the tank hunter, which is an apt name for a tank destroyer. Now, unlike some other tier 2 tank destroyers, like the T-18 for instance, it actually saw service in World War II. The T-18 never saw service, it was only ever a prototype, but the Panzerjager I did see service, and I think how many were built? I think of quite a few hundred, yeah, 202 to be precise, and they were used up until 1943. Now, the full formal name for the Panzerjager I was, now I need to look at this, the 4.7cm Pak T SF Alf Panzerkampfwagen I on term, which roughly translates into English as 4.7cm anti-tank gun Czech on turretless Panzerkampfwagen I, which is a pretty long-winded name, but you can see this is the Panzer KPFW Kampfwagen. They do have roughly the same looking chassis, and although they do look different, in fact, that cog is different. It's a different colour. That's a bit thicker. Anyway, the actual thing. I mean, I'm gonna base this a bit on reality and a bit on World of Tanks, but that's the real thing. Now, obviously, it's not the best weapon, especially if you're the crew in here, because there's a large hole here and here. So you know that would leave them very vulnerable, because it's not, well, it is quite maneuverable. The gun's not maneuverable, so if a person, a rifleman, if he got behind the tank, he could do damage. You know, if you threw a grenade in there, that's not going to be very good for the crew, but also it's prone to kind of strafing and such. So yeah, it did see service. Its original gun, well, its gun was a 4.7cm Czech Skoda Pak cannon. And we can see if we look at its research, I've researched everything. I swear I bought that. Oh, I don't need it. So here you do start with the 3.7cm Pak L47. Now, it is in some ways true. Well, no, in fact, it's not true at all. The idea of the Panzerjager I was to have a gun to replace the 3.7cm Pak L47. So production versions had this gun, which is available as an upgrade, and you know, I don't have a problem with that. You know, it is a game. They do need to add things in to make it more fun. You know, grinding is fun. We love grinding. This took a lot of grinding. That is, you know, a tier 8 element. 4,500 research, and it increases the signal range quite a lot. Because I'm elite on this. Yeah. I'm good. Because I played it a lot. Because I like it, and I got a camo as well. But yeah, so lots of the Panzerjager ones were converted from Panzerkampfwagen. Wait, yeah, that's right, isn't it? Panzerkampfwagen. You know, when these became obsolete, they would have their turret taken off, armor changed around a bit, and have this thing stuck on the front. Now, there are some real quotes of what they said it was like. Lots of them said it was very accurate, but obviously observation is very bad. You've kind of got a small hole here, and then not a lot more. And in combat, you don't really want to have to like be peeking your head around the sides or over the top, because you could get shot. But it is kind of weak, you know, especially later in the war. It didn't have thick enough armor to protect it, and it definitely didn't have a big enough gun. Pretty weedy. by the end of its service. Okay, so now I'm going to actually look at the research tree. It's not really a tree. It's kind of a tree, but not. So you start off with the Krupp Mark 311. That's, I don't know much about that. Let's have a look at the characteristics. It's used on the standard default German tier 1 tank. It's nothing special. You can upgrade it to get 100 horsepower. So 80 that was, yeah, 85. Oh, better than I thought. Obviously there's the main gun upgrades. You can upgrade it by a centimeter, and it does give more damage. So I need to know. The first is armor piercing, so that's average penetration of 62, average damage 60. So I mean, most people are going to be using the armor piercing. They're definitely not going to be using the middle one, which I don't even know what it's called. APCR. But APCR rounds are obviously the best rounds, and have hiccups. Yeah, they're the stats. This is a different one. You do sacrifice a bit of rate of fire, but when you're doing kind of like 20 more damage per hit on average, then you can sacrifice it. Also, I believe this is a bit more accurate at 100 meters. Aiming times are the same, and the weight, it's quite a bit heavier, so you will need to think about upgrading your tracks, your Verstark Teketen. Yeah, and the rate of fire, it's a minimal difference. And of course, I mean, if you're grinding your way through, lots of people just steam through, get the better guns, and then build up enough experience to unlock the Marder 2, which some say it's a better tank. But this can be equally fun, especially when you get some of the upgrades. And if you just get in a good camping spot, it is a tank hunter or tank destroyer, and you can do that. I mean, you can be one-shotted because of the thin armor by things like the bloody T18. That's the one. But yeah, average damage per minute is quite high. Traverse speed 36 degrees. That's pretty quick, and 40 km/h speed limit. It's not too bad for this tier. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's only tier 2, and it is a tank destroyer. So yeah, I think now let's just look at some of the pros and the cons of using this. And I think the cons probably outweigh the pros, but I still like to play it because I'm not a scrub. But yeah, oh shit, I just seen the armor. Look, 14, 14, 13. So that's like no armor at all. So yeah, the good things about this tank, it obviously has a really fast traverse speed, 36 degrees, which is good. It does help, cancel out the fact you don't have a turret. The view range is alright. You can your signal range, you can upload that well. And also, I mean, this I use quite a lot when I play. You often end up spotting other tank destroyers. And thanks to the gun, which is quite precise, you can often do some like ninja counter tank destroyer operations. And you do have good damage for a tier 2 tank. And then the cons, the armor, that's pretty awful. I think anything's going to penetrate that. Do I still have the... No, I don't. Well, I have this as a tier 1. So penetration, it has less armor than this thing, which has like a flap. Let's have a look at the main gun. So yeah, it would easily be penetrated by the most feeble of weapons that you just get at the start of the game for free. It is, sometimes the gun elevation is pretty poor. It has no turret, but that kind of doesn't matter. But as long as the key to playing well with this tank and having fun is the way you play with it. You have to be a bit sneaky, you have to hide, don't expose yourself. Obviously, if you have the dollar, a camouflage net to increase your camouflage, funnily enough, or just get some whack some camo on it. You know, I've got my my jelly bean camo. But yeah, apart from that, I think that's just about it, and I'm gonna hop into a battle now and show you how it performs in battle. And yeah, I mean, I'd urge people to at least, you know, research the whole tech tree before they move on to the Marder. Maybe not the Fugspra, because it does cost a lot of money and it takes a lot of time. So, you know, if you just get this central block, then you'll still have a good amount of time playing it, and hopefully by then you'll be hooked. So yeah, I will see you in battle. Right, okay, so I'm back. We're in the game. Now I'm like dubbing this commentary over using a replay, so sorry if it sounds a bit awkward. Hopefully it sounds fluid, but you can see what we're up against. You know, they've got a couple of T-18s, of course. You know, you're always up against them. A couple of cruisers, T-7s. You know, it's a fairly standard kind of broad layout, but I suppose you could say that about every game, so that's a load of bullshit. And our team, you know, same thing. We got quite a few T-18s. You know, not too many people taking up the old tank hunter, so hopefully I'll convert some people with this video. So let's go ahead and get into the battle. Okay, replay speed times 1. Okay, right. So first thing first, I go to a spot where I like to go pretty much every game, and that is the corner of this house here in one of the bushes, because it provides camouflage, and you also are in cover. If needs be, you can always fall back behind the building, and you know, it gives a great overview. You can elevate this gun down quite a bit. You see, I missed that. Well, no, I hit them actually, but it just didn't penetrate. And then I get it with a second hit. Just about got that hit on it, and finish it off to get my first kill. There we go. There's another T-18, and this is the counter tank destroyer role. You see, I look around. I can't name all the tanks in this, so if you're looking for a really in-depth commentary, then that's not me. So, yeah, and I get the kill. I can tell you now that was T7. You know, it's a good position because you can see the whole, basically half of the map, and it's the attacking half. So if they're getting near your capture point, then you know, you should be able to help with the defense. The only problem is, if you're in this position, you need to keep an eye on the map, because I have been flanked once or twice coming from the left, and I believe this map's Province, by the way. But this guy, this Homer, yeah, he was kind of annoying me. I wanted to get the shot on him, so I should have hit him first time, but we make up with a kill there, taking out the Panzer II, kind of the illegitimate father of my Panzerjager I. There we go, that was a good time to zoom out. And that is, I believe is that the 2-pounder? Sounds like a British name. Get a lucky hit on the other tank, which looks like a French tank to me, because it had that like roundel on it. That's how I know I am a tank expert. It was the H-35. I'll find out later whether it was Jerry or not. And that is the other Panzer Kupferwagen. No, Kampfwagen. No, Jagermeister. Anyway, it's dead now. There's only enough room for one Panzerjager in this map. And I'm doing pretty well. 3 kills, I think. That's not too bad. I think our team's just doing well. Try to get the shot on him, because that's the T-18. I know that. It's kind of an unmistakable shape. I actually hit it there. That's pretty impressive. See, it is quite accurate, even at long ranges. I didn't see what that was, but I presume 300 or 400 meters. And then kind of see, that's the problem with the gun elevation there. You know, I had to back up then and take the shot, and you know, tank destroyer TDD, transport tycoon open. Oh, and yeah, I've gone off there quickly before and lost track, so just decided to slow down there. And now it's kind of late game, they've only got 3 left, and I may as well start pushing. Sorry if my chair's creaking, I'm doing this like subconsciously, but I may as well start pushing the capture point, which I'm going to do, and try and get any more kills if I can. But I think we've had it for this game in terms of kills, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I mean, the Panzerjager I, you know, most people will fly past it, but I think I'm going to keep it in my lineup for the foreseeable future, just because, you know, you can have some fun with it, even in close range maps, because it does have quite a powerful gun for tier 2. But you just see me here trying to get one more kill, trying to round it up to 5. I believe I got a bead on that guy, but I didn't fire early enough. I was just waiting to just so I was more accurate, you know, and now I wait for this guy, but it's all going to be in vain because A, we're capturing the base, and B, he's about to die, I believe. No? Will he die? Will he or won't? Okay, well, I don't believe he did die, but we won the game anyway. So yeah, that was the Panzerjager I, tier 2 German tank destroyer, and, you know, I have a great fun playing with this vehicle, so, you know, I'd urge you out there to spend some more time on it. It also does help with other vehicles because aiming is key in this, so you can, you know, practice your aim and then translate that to higher tier tanks, you know. But anyway, if you like this video, like the video down below. If you want to see more videos like this, where I look at other tanks, subscribe, or just say preferably subscribe. But it's going to be a bit awkward because I don't have a lot of tanks unlocked, so, you know, if you want me to do some hardcore grinding so I can get some more videos out, then like, comment, subscribe. So yeah, thanks for watching and goodbye.